Hello, hello, all three of you.
The most excited three people on the planet right now. So let's see. I know we're all excited after watching the Saints practice squad get beat by another actual football team. So
It's a great day to be a Broncos fan if you're rooting for them to have a high draft pick.
But just to give everybody a heads up, this will be a little bit different show, a little bit abbreviated. We basically just everybody's been crazy busy. As you can see, we don't have Carl. So to make it up to everybody, it's going to be a little bit different. But we are, in fact, doing the Ryan Williams role tonight for all 5 conferences. So
as promised.
The roles will look a little bit different. I'm going to screen share in a little bit and kind of show y'all. It's going to out off the bat by saying nothing is changing in how it's doing the calculations. This is the exact same as the app has always done, just it's in Excel because that was quicker for me to be able to set up. But yeah, Tristan, do we have, I know we said we don't have graphics. Do you want to just read off anything else or just?
No, I mean, I think the only other thing to add is steals are going to be done tomorrow. We're going to do a quick little live with the website to show steals, but we're going to do commits and Ryan Williams today, and I will still post the graphics so that you can find out if you were in on a player for a potential steal later.
I just realized we definitely should have talked about this before being on live, but solos are not included in the roles. Do we want to just do solos on the graphics or just read them out loud? What's more exciting?
You can read them out and then I will do the graphics for them as well.
Sweet. I say that. I'm trying to look through and see if I don't know how many we have, but we'll see. Wherever my screenshots of.
We can also, I can get the graphics for the solos done before the recruiting starts for the next week so that people have them there.
Beautiful. I'm looking for the pictures of the no, we didn't take pictures because you were able to get straight to the link. That's why. Cool.
Oh,
so I can still, I was looking for that table, but no, we're good. I can still read them off. Like at the end of each conference, I'll just read off the solo commits. I got the table pulled up now.
And I will post in the program network show channel. I will post where all the commits go so that everybody can keep up with that if you can read off the names.
Will do. And leaderboards and everything should be updated pretty quick turnaround, probably tomorrow when we do all the steals and I can do everything at the same time. So
all right,
without further ado, let's do some screen sharing.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I was going to show y'all how the little roller is going to look on the Ryan Williams page. Don't panic. These are not the actual results yet, even though I wish I could lock it in, considering I just saw that it happens to be on Rice right now. But I wanted to show y'all so everybody had full confidence. It's actually randomizing and not just already set before the show ever started. Basically, it's doing all the same odds calculations and the same randomized rolling that the app does, just it waits to roll new numbers until I press this little button. So what we've done is each conference is set up just like this, but we're going to have this little area blacked out. And I'll do that here on Ryan Williams in a second. And then I'll freeze the randomizer so it doesn't do this nonstop after it's been blacked out and we don't know where it's at. And then, as you can see, kind of like, for example, with C1, we will just go through and steadily reveal those black boxes, kind of go up the elevator until we get to whoever it's committed to. So, like I said, you can have full confidence. It's still running the same math. It just looks a little bit different. A little more. I totally forgot. Apparently today is National Excel Spreadsheet Day. So you know what? This is perfect.
This was intentional.
This is 100% on purpose. I take back anything I said about it possibly being accidental. Happy Excel Spreadsheet Day, everyone. For those who celebrate.
And if you don't celebrate, really, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm now going to come through and block these off so that we no longer know who's getting them.
Wasn't Baylor. So let's hope it stays that way.
Hmm.
I mean, good luck.
Good luck, Baylor. I'm now going to do the little do and calculate it about 24,000 times until it lands on rice. Dun-da-da. I'm now going to lock it. Should be locked now. There we go. Okay, so Brian Williams is officially locked and committed in all 5 conferences.
And we're going to after the other conferences.
Yes, we're going to do it good old fashioned way of starting at C5 and just going from right to left. So, is how it's going to flow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So starting off in Conference 5, starting from the bottom going up, we've got Carson Cox. I realized this sheet didn't pull the positions. So you know what? These guys can play any position their hearts want them to play. So let me see.
We have not gone to position changes yet.
No. All right. So Carson Cox is going between Minnesota and Syracuse. And this is one of those fun ones with a really low readiness, which means they were just super eager as soon as teams started putting points on them, which is always fun. And it's, oh, that's the wrong box, huh? Not Syracuse. Looks like it is Minnesota. So congrats, Minnesota. Very close to 50-50 split. Next up is going to be Deuce Knight, choosing between Houston, UCSD, Wake Forest, and Cincinnati. Pretty fairly even odds. It looks like Cincinnati's a little bit lower. Yes, I know what the math looks like. Trust the process. It is doing it correctly. Between the top 2, looks like it's going to be UCSD or Houston. Oh, and another, it looks like it's Chalk Knight. Chalk Knight so far, so we'll see if that sticks around. It's Deuce Knight. Next up, we've got Husan Longstreet, choose between Syracuse, Minnesota, and Arizona State. One of those good ones where Syracuse has gotten far out enough ahead that it is no longer considered neck and neck and get that little bonus, so they're all the way up above 50%. Let's see if it helps them out. Oh, and it does. Chalk, 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 chalk. There we go. All right, the big one for C5. We've got Tavian St. Clair, quarterback, number 2 ranked player in the class, choosing between Arizona State, Indiana, Wake Forest, Northwestern, and Cincinnati. Pretty close across the board. Wow. 4 for 4 on the chalk. C5 feeling very level-headed, calm, no surprises. Well done. Well done, C5. Also in C5, we had 2 solo commits. We had Chris Lawson committing to Minnesota and Thomas Mayer also committing to Minnesota. And we'll get those posted with the position and all that stuff later. All right. Tristan, are you...
I'm good.
You're typing? Okay, cool. Next up, C4. Start off at the bottom again. We've got Alvin Henderson, choosing between Alabama, Auburn, Notre Dame, and Purdue. Almost even splits across the board. Oh, and the chalk ends with C4 out the gate with Auburn. The War, Eagle, Tiger, Bear things. Next up, Travis Smith Jr. chooses between Kentucky and Ole Miss, with Kentucky a very sizable lead. Let's see if this is regression back to the mean with all that chalk in C5. No. Kentucky pulls it in. Good job. After that, Talon Taylor, choosing between another possible Kentucky player here, Kentucky, Alabama, and Auburn. And it goes to Alabama. Boo. Matt Zollers, choosing between Ole Miss, Clemson, and Washington State. Been a very busy night for Ole Miss. Or no, this is the only second Ole Miss. I'm thinking of Kentucky. Let's see what we got. Not Washington State. And it's Clemson. Clemson with the upset from second place. I don't know any of what Clemson's things say because they're just the other Tigers. So, Go Clemson. Lincoln Cure, choosing between Clemson again, Maryland, TCU, and Notre Dame. And second place again. So second place won, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 5 spots in C4. So pretty wild night for C4.
Sorry, where was the last one?
Sorry. Lincoln Cure went to Maryland.
Congrats, Des. All right. Solos, autos, anything else in
Oh, that's right. C4. No, I didn't mean to do that. I'll be able to tell you in just 1 second. I accidentally cleared my filter instead of switching it to C4. C4 solos, we have Mikkel Skinner committing to Clemson and Ryan Montgomery committing to Florida State. Give me 1 moment to pause real quick. Let me check something just to be, always want to be 1000% sure anytime anything's different. Let me investigate, do some very quick investigation if you can if you can stall.
Are these related to the auto, like any auto commits, or is this unrelated to that?
Not necessarily related to that.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure that I triple checked everything, but want to do one last quadruple check to make sure.
Looks like we only have auto commits in, we don't have any in C4 and C5, so we are good on that front.
Okay.
What I can tell you is that Texas Tech had a rough week. You could call it, bad officiating, not getting a clear pass interference call thrown at the end of a game against Kansas State. Just spitballing here, not that happened to the Buffs or any teams like that I care a lot about on a daily, hourly, minutely basis. But Texas Tech had a rough one. We lost the NFL side by just over a point because there was a holding call on a dump off to Breece Hall that would have won it late in that game. And then we lost on the college side just due to bad coaching by less than a point. So in 1 week, 2 points was the difference between 2-0 and 0-2. So I know I'm not in the top 25 on either of those. I will post the top 25s probably tomorrow, along with hopefully the schedules and everything else. I believe we have one more game of the week, but we may be done on games of the week. But I will post the winners. We will have some helmets coming out soon. As soon as I get on top of all of the graphics I need to make. I may just make like 15 more Texas Tech ones. It's a real possibility. Let's see what else.
I only need about 60 more seconds.
Baylor is under investigation. Not for actually doing anything wrong, it just feels appropriate to invest.
Just a healthy, regular basis.
Yeah, actually for performance-enhancing drugs, because there's no reason that someone should rip the sleeves off of their shirts with all the workouts that they do. So that's the only explanation I could come up with. You'll see here, full sleeves.
Full sleeves, as the good Lord intended.
Just for everybody else.
Okay, we got it fixed.
Looks like we're back.
Yeah.
Successfully filibustered.
If anybody ever questions what made, I thought I was paranoid before, but the Great Reset has made me I check everything 17 times before I ever want it to be official. So I was like, you know what? Let me make sure the math is mathing, and it is mathing. We are in 100% good shape.
We are good.
No doubts in any amount of confidence. We are good.
Wonderful.
So
back to where we were.
Back to where we were.
Did you get the solos in C4? Oh, yes.
Yes. Did I say them out loud? Yes, I did.
And we had no auto commits in C4, so we're to C3.
On to C3. C3 had a busy night.
Oh, wow. I see my name in there a few times.
Your name is in there at least a couple times.
That's exciting. Or disappointing.
Or both. Mix of both, maybe.
Little bit A, little column B.
Starting out, we've got Alex Mansk choosing between Wisconsin and Vanderbilt. Nearly 50-50 split. Oh, and it's Vanderbilt. So anchor down. Where's my? I saw we had anchor down here. So that's the reward for watching the show live. Next up is going to be Andre Ridden from SMU or Texas Tech, and let's see if you get a reward for watching the show live, Tristan. With your 17% would be quite the upset.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it would
upset.
be.
It was not. It woulda, coulda, in another life. Next up, we've got Kamario Taylor choosing between North Texas, the fighting Go Tigers of LSU, and SMU. Oh, hey, there you go. It was the hat. You're welcome. Let's show off the green screen. Go Tigers. So sorry, North Texas, but no, it was a Tiger night. Then we've got Michael Turner choosing between Virginia Tech and Texas Tech. I see you're deciding to go back to your ways of trying to win everybody through upsets. Like
it should be known that I have never won a recruit against Virginia Tech.
Nah. And
I also had already typed Virginia Tech because I was just convinced it wasn't happening.
Yeah, fair. Let's see. We've got.
So if we can go over today.
Usman Chroma, I believe, maybe is how you say it.
That's how we've been saying it.
There we go. Choosing almost even split, Georgia Tech, LSU, Vanderbilt. Dun, 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 Georgia Tech. Not Tigers. I can only do so much. After that, we've got Travis Smith Jr., and that's another Texas Tech. You're very, very active tonight.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've also never won a recruit against North Texas, but it's only been like 3 recruits.
I just realized it may or may not be giving people a sneak peek of who it is as I scroll up. So I'm going to do it this way, and we're just going to see all of them at the same time. That way we don't know until we press it. So 3, 2, 1, Texas Tech. There you go.
Let's go.
You got a player. Good job.
No shutout tonight, baby.
No shutouts.
Just like the Saints. They didn't get shut out, but they got
shut out.
Oh, I'm only on this one too.
Certain tolerable level of embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we've got Harlem Berry, UCSB, Wisconsin, Georgia Tech, and another Texas Tech. Let's see.
Matthew Berry's cousin.
Is it really?
No.
I believe it. I don't need any substantiation of the facts. It just is now.
Okay.
Oh, it's Wisconsin. Well,
another one.
Carl's not here, so you know what? We can say the team's name, I guess. Let's see. With Lincoln Cure, we have another LSU Go Tigers in the mix with Wisconsin, Michigan, and UCSB. Oh, and it's UCSB from 4th place. Bring in the upset energy.
No, you can't.
Oh, well, you know what? We thought we could, but it appears our overlord has descended to let us know.
He's back.
We have made a mistake. After that, we've got Jamie French choosing between UCF, UCSB, SMU, Oregon, and Texas Tech again. Let's see if the Red Raider upset energy is in the house. Oh, it turns out it didn't matter because SMU comes in with the auto commit. So the Mustangs pony up all their hype and lock down Jamie French. All right, last one in C3 is going to be Tavian St. Clair, the very hyped quarterback. We've got UCSB, North Texas, another Texas Tech, Oregon, and Georgia Tech. Boom, and it's another auto commit. So Oregon comes in, steals it away from everybody from fourth place, and says, I don't care what your odds are, he's mine. So
People don't
congratulations
forget
to
Oregon and SMU.
People never forget. And for solo commits in C3, it looks like we've got a Carter Smith going to North Texas, Marcus Harris going to LSU, go Tigers, Lloyd Jones also going to LSU, and that's it for solos. So,
all right,
there we go. Moving on to the greatest of all conferences.
Definitely one of the conferences.
It's definitely one of them. Okay, this is the one that's single-handedly going to break me, so I guess I might as well prepare. But it's going to be the Bo Jackson is unretiring to come back and play college football, and he really wants to go play at Rice, but unfortunately he's been bribed into also considering Michigan State, Florida, USC, and UCLA. So let's see. Oh, since he's not here, he doesn't get him. You must redeem your prize within the next 60 seconds, or else he goes to Rice by default. Sorry, them's the rules, Carl. Unfortunate.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson. Well, apparently there's more recruits I have to read. So Donovan Olugbode, choosing between Washington or Miami. Washington with a very sizable lead, so doesn't matter. With the upset from the auto commit, Miami comes in and steals the day. So very crafty move there, Miami, because you definitely didn't. The odds were not in your favor, but you know what? Sometimes the hype is.
District 12. That's
Say
the
again?
odds.
Oh. Let's see. Dallas Wilson choosing between the Creamy School, California, and Florida. Michigan State does have the lead, so maybe they can not win a recruit tonight again. Oh, didn't matter. Dallas Wilson is going to Florida with the auto commit. So chomp, chomp, chomp. Just a quick nope. And last in C2, we've got Caleb Cunningham choosing between Washington, California, and USC. Washington, even with 3 teams in. So usually the more teams in, the more likely you get the neck and neck. It's really the 2 that you see most often this early. Big split, but Washington really ran away with Caleb Cunningham. So let's see if he is running away to Washington. And he is, because Washington said, I don't care about your odds. I don't trust your system. We just need to make sure that the randomizer doesn't win. And he instead locked him down. So Caleb Cunningham going to Washington. I'm glad I legitimately forgot which ones were autos. So they were surprises for me also.
Fun little game.
It's a fun little game. Solo commits in C2. We've got a Leo Hanan going to Miami. We've got a Talon Taylor going to Georgia. DeAndre Ridden going to UT San Antonio. And Ethan Barber going to Georgia.
What were Ridden to?
Ridden was going to UTSA. Yeah.
And then the last one
was Ethan Barbour going to Georgia.
I believe you. That's a real last name.
For sure. Close enough. All right, C1. And as everybody can already see, C1 does have the fun little surprise at the very end of Bryce Underwood finally committing, managing to get one of the highest readiness scores I've seen for sure this season. With Bryce really took his time despite all our attempts to make him ready to commit. So, but in C1, we're going to go ahead and start off with Waltez Clark, choosing between Nebraska and Kennesaw State. Very even split, very low readiness. So Let's see what we got. And it's Nebraska, so corn up.
Huska.
Yeah, that one. CJ Wiley choosing between Pittsburgh and Oklahoma. Pittsburgh with a 2/3 lead. So let's see if there's an upset. And there's not. It's chalking it up. Let's see if the chalk keeps going. Couple big ones for chalk later on. We got Quincy Porter choosing between Texas A&M and Ohio State. Oh, and there's technically an upset, even though it's only by 0.03 or no 0.07. But you know what? You do what you gotta do. Nope, that's not the right math. But you know what? I'm tired. So it's an upset by a small amount. And that's your math for the night. All right, Bo Jackson coming out also in C1. We've got South Florida, Kennesaw State, Ohio State, Stanford, and Nebraska. Oh, and chalking it up with Bo Jackson going to South Florida. That would have been nice energy in C2, but
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Julian Lewis choosing between South Florida and South Carolina. One afraid of northern places. Oh, and upset by auto commit as South Carolina comes in and steals it away from the far and away leader, South Florida. All right, and the big one, the big Mr. Underwood, future LSU Tiger Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Underwood, choosing between Oklahoma, Kennesaw State, Stanford, Ohio State, and Pittsburgh. And let's see if Oklahoma's big lead was able to win them the day. And no, because we have another auto that comes in and sweeps the leg and says, Oklahoma, you can't have him. He's going to Stanford.
Wow.
So, very dramatic. The fact that Underwood waited all this time just long enough for Stanford to collect the hype he needed to pull that one off. So well done, Stanford, on that crafty move. And when it comes to solo commits for C1, we've got Radarius Jackson going to Texas A&M. Actually, I have a lot of solo commits. Marcus Harris is going to South Florida. Teron Francis going to Penn State. And Wise Sleeper updating me that another Saints player is hurt. Here now that the game's over. I don't know why.
Just in case you weren't aware, they got hurt walking to the podium.
Naturally. That's the Saints' way this year. Elijah Thomas also going to Penn State. LaDainian Martin going to South Carolina. And South Florida pulling off the 1-2 punch of JT Lindsay and Todd Robinson. All right. Now, you know what? I just don't know that enough people are interested. So why don't we just call it now? I don't know that we need to do Ryan Williams. After all, it's, it's just a receiver.
He committed to Texas Tech, Ohio State, sharing his time between Rice and Michigan State, and just didn't care about C4 and 5.
I think if we split his points 50-50, Carl, we'll both still get at least a top 20 wide receiver. So, you get what you can get. Okay, in all seriousness, the long-awaited, most important role of the season, the super excellent, amazing 17-year-old stud wide receiver, Ryan Williams, will be choosing in C5. As a reminder for how these odds worked out, it was, weighted based on lots of behind-the-scenes math based on your bonuses to make it, a little more fair for the people who would have had the highest bonuses, but because of the high value, still gave everybody a chance. So these are going to be listed out from highest bonus to lowest bonus, but again, it's still a pretty dang close split, so it's anybody's game. All right, and the drum roll for C5
Dun, dun, dun.
goes to Northwestern.
Wow.
So congrats to the Lakeside University. Northwestern taking
Got
home.
upset a bunch of times being a favorite and just
May or may not make it all worth it? Question mark?
Yeah.
I would hope so. All right, C4.
Shame it's a
Also,
practice run.
C4. Pretty close. Let's see if do you have any words of specific niceties to say, Tristan?
Oh yeah,
before I
good
press
luck,
the button?
Baylor.
Oh, there we go. Let's say I know you're gonna need that later. So let's see. Oh, and it's not
Ooh.
Baylor, it's Clemson. Those other Tigers are going to take it. So
just for everyone's clarity, Ryan Williams is stealable. So if you win him, you do have to lock him if you don't want him to be stolen.
Fair warning. But nobody would steal Ryan Williams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, C3.
I'm ready to be hurt.
See, Matt instantly deciding to change his vote now that he knows
valid
where it was at. So let's see. Drum roll.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, you were so close.
You were so close.
Literally the next place, but instead it's going to go to SMU.
That's the wrong part of Texas, Ryan.
SMU adds to their wins tonight and takes home the grand prize. Oh, my gosh. I know that I knew this was coming, yet here I am, incredibly more worried because you know what? I'm just gonna say I deserve it. It's karma for Bo Jackson. Let's see some hoot magic.
Hoot.
Oh my god.
Boom.
That's excellent.
Congratulations.
Excellent. Les Miles clap.
Like I said, it's a shame.
Go Tigers, hoot
trial run.
Yep. Nope. This is locked in forever now, and I'm very happy, and I can gladly go roll C1 and celebrate with all my fellow grand champions of the lottery.
Valid.
I did not contractually agree to that, so you can have him on bye-week weekends. So. All right, and the last Ryan Williams of the night is going to go in C1, 2, drum roll,
dun, dun, dun.
Texas. So the first place team does bring home at least one Ryan Williams. So congratulations to the UT with Ryan Williams.
That's is that 3 of the wrong Texas schools?
Yes. Lots of Ryan Williams was a fan of Texas, just not of technology.
All right. Well, for the other 56 teams, I'm going to see what I can do to start recruiting.
It's completely tanked.
Just entirely, even though I got a couple of players just to mess with it all. We will make an announcement when points are due and hype purchases that are not official visits are due. I believe your hype that was converted is now available. I think that's pretty much everything. I will be posting a lot of coloring in the next 24 to 48 hours. Go Buffs.
Go Tigers and hoot hoot. I just realized I don't know that we have a hand sign, so you know what? Hoot hoot. Something like that.
Close enough. Thank you, everybody, for your time. Hype numbers coming tomorrow. I think that's what Carl's message says there. And good luck to everybody, including Baylor, even though that didn't get me anything. So
you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. All right. Peace out. Go Buffs.